Do you truly believe your cat feels cherished and adored by you? While most owners would instinctively affirm this, there's a subtle truth many overlook. Cats don't necessarily interpret or measure affection in the same way humans do. There are quiet, simple gestures your feline companion secretly hopes you'll perform, nuances that often escape the notice of even the most devoted owners. And when these subtle cues are missed, your cat, rest assured, perceives their absence. They simply lack the means to communicate this to us verbally. Today, we're delving into 7 of these often overlooked gestures. Let's begin with a common oversight almost everyone is guilty of. #1. Blinking back when they blink at you. Have you ever observed your cat staring intently at you from across the room, only to then slowly, deliberately close their eyes? This isn't a mere coincidence, nor is it a sign of fatigue. That slow blink is one of the most intentional and meaningful gestures your cat will ever offer. Often dubbed the cat kiss by researchers, it's their profound way of communicating, "I trust you. I feel safe with you." In the wild, willingly closing one's eyes in the presence of another animal is an ultimate act of vulnerability. It signifies that you perceive no threat. So, when your cat performs this, they are offering you something truly significant. Yet, here's where many owners inadvertently falter. They witness it, perhaps offer a smile, murmur an "aw," and then simply look away. Or worse, they respond with a direct, wide-eyed gaze, a gesture that, in feline communication, can be perceived as confrontational or challenging. What your cat is truly waiting for is a slow blink in return, mimicking the precise rhythm and replicating that soft, understanding gaze. When you reciprocate, you are speaking their language fluently. Studies from the University of Sussex have confirmed this. Cats are significantly more inclined to approach a person who slow blinks at them than one who merely stares. A mere 2-second gesture, yet it conveys a world of reassurance and understanding to your cat. And if you find this insight powerful, just wait until we reach number 7. There's a particular action you can take that reaches deep into your cat's earliest memories, fundamentally reshaping their perception of affection and security, a practice most cat owners remain entirely unaware of. #2. Letting them actually catch the toy. How do you typically conclude a playtime session with your cat? If you're like most people, the game often ends with you merely wiggling the toy until your cat's interest wanes, then unceremoniously tossing it aside as you resume your daily routine. On the surface, this might seem entirely innocuous, wouldn't it? But to your cat, that's not how the game was ever meant to finish. Cats are inherently hardwired predators. Every time they pursue a feather, pounce on a string, or stalk that elusive red dot, their brain is executing a comprehensive hunting sequence: stalk, chase, pounce, catch, kill, eat, and finally, rest. That's the complete cycle nature has programmed into them. The problem is, most owners only provide them with the initial 3 stages. The chase happens, but the crucial catch never materializes. For your cat, this is akin to watching a compelling film abruptly cut off moments before its dramatic conclusion. It leaves them feeling profoundly frustrated, perhaps even overstimulated, and strangely unfulfilled. Indeed, this lack of resolution is often a key reason why some cats exhibit erratic or acting out behaviors following play sessions. Far from being crazy, they are simply stuck in a perpetual hunting mode, yearning for closure. The fix is refreshingly simple. Let them win. Allow them to catch the toy, perform the instinctive kill with those powerful back leg kicks, and sit with their victory for a moment. Then, follow this triumph with a small treat to simulate the crucial eat phase. This completes the entire hunting cycle, and you'll observe a profound shift in your cat's demeanor. They become calmer, more satisfied, and, frankly, forge a deeper bond with you, as you've finally engaged in play in a manner that truly honors their intrinsic needs. And before we move on to the next tip, do consider hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us share these vital insights with a wider community of cat lovers eager to truly understand and nurture their feline companions. #3. Giving them a spot above your head. When you share a room with your cat, where do they typically choose to settle? Perhaps on the sofa beside you, or perhaps even on the floor at your feet? While these gestures of proximity are lovely, it's quite likely not their preferred vantage point. Cats don't perceive the world through a human lens. From a feline perspective, elevation is paramount. In the wild, the cat occupying the highest perch is, by instinct, the one in control. From their elevated position, they can anticipate potential threats, survey their entire territory, and consequently experience feelings of power, serenity, and command. Now, consider the average home. However, within most typical homes, the furniture is primarily designed for human use: sofas, chairs, beds, all situated at or below our eye level. For many cats, this means they spend their entire lives gazing upwards, a position that inherently feels insecure and leaves them feeling vulnerable. This fundamental instinct explains why cats often ascend to the tops of refrigerators, scale bookshelves, or even reach that seemingly inaccessible cabinet you never thought possible. They aren't simply being weird, they are instinctively seeking the essential element you may not yet have provided. The solution is straightforward: designate a specific space that is consistently above your eye level. This could be a tall, sturdy cat tree, a securely mounted shelf, or even a cleared, comfortable spot atop a bookcase, perhaps adorned with a soft blanket. Provide them with a sanctuary where they can survey the room from above, truly embodying the sense of ownership they innately feel. #4. Sitting near them without touching. Do you ever feel as though your cat desires your proximity but doesn't actually wish to be touched? You settle down, they approach, but the moment you extend a hand, they subtly shift just out of reach. What's truly happening here? This isn't rejection, rather, it's an invitation into a unique realm of affection that most owners remain entirely unaware of. Cats possess a profound love language that, quite surprisingly, often involves no physical contact whatsoever. Behaviorists refer to this as parallel presence, the act of simply coexisting within the same space, each engaged in their own quiet activities, without any expectation of interaction. No petting, no talking, no direct eye contact, just existing in shared tranquility. To us, this might appear to be a lack of engagement, almost nothing, yet, to your cat, it signifies everything. Consider how bonded cats interact with each other. They don't spend their entire day entangled in cuddles. Instead, they often sit a few feet apart, meticulously grooming themselves, indulging in naps, or simply observing the world outside. They are together, undoubtedly, but not in a physically overbearing way. This, in cat language, is the essence of intimacy. When you sit near your cat and simply read a book, scroll through your phone, or work on your laptop without reaching for them, you're conveying something immensely powerful. You're saying, I require nothing from you. I simply cherish the act of existing here, by your side. And that's the kind of profound love a lot of cats never truly experience. While everyone seeks to stroke them, hold them, or elicit some form of interaction, very few simply sit with them. Try it. Over time, you might observe them subtly inching closer. This, precisely, is trust being built in its purest, most authentic form. #5. Using a voice you would never use in public. Have you ever caught yourself speaking to your cat in a voice you'd be utterly mortified for anyone else to overhear? That distinctive, high-pitched, perhaps slightly ridiculous, and overtly affectionate tone that emerges seemingly out of nowhere. Good news, rest assured, you're not losing your mind. In fact, you are engaging in a behavior that your cat is scientifically proven to respond to. In a compelling study conducted in France in 2022, researchers played recordings of cat owners speaking in two distinct modes. The first recording featured their normal, everyday speaking voice. The second presented the softer, higher-pitched tone that individuals naturally adopt when addressing their feline companions. The results were unequivocally clear: cats displayed almost no discernible reaction to the normal voice. However, upon hearing the cat voice, they immediately perked up, turned towards the sound, and exhibited distinct signs of recognition and engagement. What makes this finding truly fascinating is its specificity. This effect was observed only when the voice belonged to their owner. When strangers attempted to use the same high-pitched, affectionate tone, the cats remained largely indifferent. This indicates it's not merely the sound itself, but rather the unique combination of your presence and that particular vocalization that ignites a specific response in their feline brain. This means your cat isn't just tolerating your silly voice, indeed, they are actively anticipating it. It serves as a powerful signal of warmth, safety, and profound connection. And when you address them solely in flat, perhaps distracted, tones, they undeniably perceive the difference. #6. Leaving your worn clothes out for them. Have you ever observed your cat habitually settling on your clothing? Not the freshly laundered items neatly folded in a drawer, but specifically the garments you've recently removed, perhaps the hoodie draped over a chair, the shirt casually left on the bed, or the jacket tossed onto the sofa. Many perceive this behavior as merely a charming eccentricity or quirk of their feline friend. However, they are, in fact, engaged in something profoundly intentional. Cats perceive and navigate the world primarily through scent, in ways that we humans can barely begin to comprehend. Their sense of smell, to put it into perspective, is approximately 14 times more potent than our own. And your unique scent, specifically, registers as one of the most profoundly comforting elements within their environment. It conveys to them that you are close by. It signals that they are truly at home. It reassures them that they are cherished and belong. When your cat curls up amidst your worn clothes, they are, in essence, wrapping themselves in your presence. This is not a random act, it is a fundamental bonding behavior. Therefore, here's what most owners never think to do: instead of immediately consigning your worn shirt to the laundry basket, consider leaving it deliberately in a spot your cat particularly favors, perhaps their preferred chair, their bed, or near a sunlit window where they often nap. By doing so, you are essentially granting them access to your reassuring presence, even during your absence. This simple gesture becomes especially potent if you work long hours or frequently travel. A piece of clothing imbued with your familiar scent can significantly reduce stress and alleviate anxiety for cats who experience separation difficulties. While it's certainly no substitute for your physical presence, it undeniably serves as the next best alternative. #7. Simulating grooming with a wet toothbrush. Imagine if there were a method to evoke a sensation in your cat that they haven't experienced since their earliest days as a kitten. A feeling that reaches deep into their most primal memories, unlocking a profound sense of safety and security that most adult cats rarely, if ever, encounter again. This is the pivotal point we've been leading to, and remarkably, it's a practice almost entirely overlooked by most owners. All you require is a clean, soft-bristled toothbrush and a small amount of room-temperature water. While it may sound rather unconventional initially, the action you're about to undertake taps into a deeply ancient and instinctive response within your cat. When you gently brush your cat's forehead with a damp toothbrush, you are meticulously mimicking the precise sensation of a mother cat lovingly grooming her kittens. The unique shape of the bristles, the soothing rhythm of your strokes, and the gentle dampness on their fur all conspire to send a potent message directly to your cat's nervous system: you are safe. You are loved. You are truly home. This transcends mere grooming. It is, in essence, emotional time travel. Begin with slow, exceptionally gentle strokes along their forehead, cheeks, and behind their ears, precisely the areas a mother cat instinctively focuses on. Observe their reaction with keen attention. If they begin to purr contentedly, slowly close their eyes, or lean gently into the brush, you have undoubtedly unlocked something profoundly instinctive and comforting within them. For certain cats, particularly rescues or those who experienced a difficult beginning in life, this simple act can literally rewire their entire perception of physical touch. It meticulously rebuilds trust from the very foundation. It requires but 5 minutes of your time, costs absolutely nothing, and your cat will carry the profound feeling it evokes with them forever.